we will learn the objectives for Dataverses and how we can use it and how we can discover the Microsoft Dataverse, and also how we can identify the tables, columns, and the relationship, and also what kind of environments, or what do we mean by environments within Dataverse. So today, as I mentioned, we will not have a live demo because we will learn the basic things for Dataverse, and for the upcoming sessions we will do a lot of live demos. So I'm not sure if you know this logo. Actually, this logo it's for Dataverse, and Microsoft Dataverse. Actually, it's a cloud-based log data service and app platform which allows you to leverage the security and connectivity of Microsoft services. So with Dataverse, you can connect easily to all Microsoft Power Platform. So you can use Dataverse as a main data source for your application, for whatever you are using. So I'm trying to explain it in the easiest way. And Dataverse actually will help you, as I mentioned, to connect your application, your Power Platform in easiest way. But what do we mean by Dataverse, or what Dataverse look like? We will learn it while we are going through these slides. So with Dataverse, actually, you can build tables, columns, and with all this ability to define the relationships between your data. So, for example, if I have a different tables within Dataverse, you will be able to build a relationship and do a relationship to get at the end a specific format or specific application that you are working on. So let me show you this one. Actually, Microsoft Dataverse is, as I mentioned, it's a cloud-based solution that easily structures and for different type of data and business logic to support like interconnected applications and the process insecure. And also, if you look here, how they are explaining within their Microsoft Learn side, they divide it to be as a security, logic, data storage, and integration. So what they mean by, if we start with the security, what they mean by security here? With the Dataverse, actually, it's handled the authentications with the Azure Active Directory, if you are familiar with it, and also to allow to access like multi-factor. And if you want to get this picture, you can take a screenshot from now, or as I mentioned, all the courses and all the session that I'm doing for Power Apps, it's from Microsoft Learn, and I can share the link with you later on. So this is for the security here. And if we move to the logic, Dataverse actually allow you to easily apply the business logic to the data level, like how user interacting with the data. And if you have a specific rules to apply to your data, you can apply it easily with Dataverse. And oh, sorry, let me go back. And this is with the logic. And if you look at here, like you can put your business rules to your data source. For example, if I want to give an access to a specific user within my application or my Dataverse, you can apply it. And while we are moving within the slides, we will be able to see how we can use business rules within our Dataverse. Third one, which is data, the most important things like data. Actually, with Dataverse, it's like help you, or it's over you to control the shape of your data, and it will allow you to discover, model, validate, and also to make a report on your data. And actually, this control ensure your data looks the way that you want within your application or within the user interface that you are using for your Dataverse. And if we move to the first one, which is storage, with Dataverse, actually, you can store your physical data in Azure Cloud. And this cloud actually pays the storage, removes the, for example, if you have a data lives, or if you have a lot of data, you can store it. And there's a limitation, and there's a specific things that you need to follow for your storage for your Dataverse. I'm going to share with you the link. You can go through it and read more about it. Okay. And for the integration, if we look at the side for the integration, which is here, Dataverse actually connects in different way to support your business needs. So if, for example, if we have APIs, if we have like data exports to give flexibility to data and out and in and out. So this is what do you mean by integration. And don't worry, actually, for the upcoming session, we will do a lot of live demos, so you will understand more and more. So this is the purpose of our session today, to learn the basic, to understand what do we mean by Dataverse, and from there we can start building our first table within Dataverse. So let us move to the second section of our session today. And if you have any question, you can stop me at any time. As we know that we have a common data service and we have a Microsoft Dataverse. And the standard actually table design in Microsoft Dataverse, which is the database, it's like we have something we call it common data service. I'm not sure if are you familiar with it or not, but common data model actually is a logically designed that include a set of open sources, and actually it will help to build the data tables and the
Well, those are
relationship.
common words. You just didn't use common words.
Sorry, just a minute, let me. Okay, so and actually you can build your collection and put your tables, columns, and all these things. And also the powerful things, even with the common data service and Dataverse, that you can build the relationships between your tables. So to be honest with you, I never used a Dataverse, and I'm learning with you now how we can use it. And this is the purpose of my session, actually, to learn at the same time to share with you whatever I learned from Microsoft Learn, because we have a lot of new tools from Microsoft, from Power Platform, a lot of cool stuff, and I need to every time to learn a new things. And that's why today I'm sharing with you data first, because my plan to start to use it as my data source for all my application. And you will notice that while I'm publishing a lot of applications that I'm going to use a Dataverse. So let us move. How we can identify the tables and the columns in Dataverse. Let me show you one screenshot. Just a minute. Here we go. So a table, as we know, a table actually is a logical structure and contain a different rows and columns that represent a set of data. Maybe you have a specific data that you want to add it to your data first. And if you look at it here, we have a column. So you can look at your columns, your rows that you have it for your data. And here you can see the screenshot. Actually, it's the standard of how you can have a table and different types of column that we have it. For example, here we have a name, we have here the data type of your, for example, if it's text or choices or a unique item or phone. So you can see what kind of type of columns that you have it or include it to your Dataverse. And after this slide, I'm gonna open the environment with you, and we can see how we can look to our Dataverse. And there is two types actually for tables. We have the standard table and we have the complex table. Don't worry, we will go through it while we are doing a live demo, and we will understand more and more what's the difference between a standard table and complex table on the upcoming session. So now, how we can understand the relationships? Now we understand the Dataverse. It's like building your tables, connect your Dataverse to your application with Power Apps. So Dataverse, it's like a data source for your application, or we can use it as a data source. But how we can build a relationship? So I found really a cool example on Microsoft Learn. So let us read it together, and let us think about how we can make a relationship. And as I mentioned, to make like an efficient solution for any problem or any project that you are working on it, actually you need to divide your data into different tables, right? This is the best solution. And don't actually try to use one table to add all your data sources or all information that you have it. So Trying to store everything into a single table would likely to be inefficient and difficult to work with and understand your data. So now I'm going to show you an example that will help you to understand the concept and how we can divide our data source to be a different tables. So let us read it together. I'm sorry because I put all the example here, but you can take a screenshot or you can look at it through Microsoft Learn. So what they mention here, imagine that you need to create a system to manage sales orders, and you will need a product to list along with the inventory on hand, a cost of the item, and the selling price. You also need a master list of the customers with their addresses, credit ratings, and finally, you will need to manage invoices of sales and that you make. So you will want a way to store the invoice data. So here we have a problem that we want to store the invoice data. The invoice should include the information such as date, invoice number, and salesperson, customer information, including address and credit rating, and a line item for each item on the invoice. So, line items should include a reference to the product that you sold and be able to provide the proper cost and price for each product. And also, you need to have a quantity, like decrease the quantity on hand based on the quantity that you sold in that line item. So what we understand here actually, like we have inventory system, and I'm looking to build this system, and I have like the invoice, I have a customer profiles to track. So I have a different things that I need to track. So what do you think, what's supposed to be the solution, or how many tables should I create? Do you think that I can create a single table and add all my data source like the invoice, the customers details? What else do we have? We have a lot of things within the example, like we are dealing with the customer, we are dealing with the inventory, we are dealing with our products. So a lot of information. So do you think that the best way to add everything within the table? So for sure, no, no, actually, you cannot add everything within one table. And trying to create a single table to support the functionality that we have it within this, or to support your system, it will not work because, for example, if I have 100 rows at the beginning, or 100 data, or 100 items that I would like to add at my data source, what if my system in the future I'm gonna add more and more? So it will not be a perfect way to have a one table. So from the example, how many tables we can create? So in my opinion, actually, we can create like 3 to 4 tables. The main things that we are dealing, first, I would like to create a table for the customer's profile. Second, as I'm dealing with the products, I need to create a table for the products. As we are looking for the invoices, the third table that I will create it, which is the invoices table. And every time when the customer are taking anything from my inventory, I would like to do a specific table to calculate, like for example, they took this item, or to decrease the number for the from my inventory, I will create another table and I will call it line items. So within the example, we can create, it's up to you, you can create 3 or 4. There is no limitation of creating a tables, but you need to think about the problem before building any tables within your data sources or Dataverse. So creating a table for each of these item and having them, actually you need to think about second step. So now I created already 4 tables. Second step, actually, you need to think about the relationship between the tables. And, for example, here I have a customers, I have a products, I have invoices, I have a line items. So for sure, I need to have a key column between each tables. And from there, I can build the relationship. Don't worry, on the upcoming session, I will show you how we can build the relationship. And also, I will guide you on what kind of things that we need to learn about relationship, because we have like one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, and so on. If you are not familiar with all these type of relationship between tables, I will try my best to give you a brief about it on the upcoming session before we start building the tables. So, relationship, as I mentioned, the most important things for your data if you have several tables. Let's move to the last section. Let's see the environment in Dataverse actually. So within the Dataverse actually, or the environments in general, actually are why do we need to use environments? Actually, environments are used to store, manage, and share your organization's business data. For example, within my company, we have a specific environment to share our application, a flow, if you are using a Power Automate, if you are using a Power Platform. So this environment will help you to share whatever you have to build your solution by using a specific tools from Microsoft. So let me show you. Let me try now to open the environment that I have it, just a minute, and I can go through it and show you some example. Let me try to log in. Give me a few seconds. Okay, while it's loading, let me show you something while it's loading. As I mentioned, whatever I'm covering within my session, actually it's from Microsoft Learn. So you have two options. After you attend my session, either you go there and take the knowledge check and take the test and mark it as a done, and you can collect a points, and or you can go through the each course here or each item, and you can read it again and check the videos that they have it. So let me share the link with you within the chat, and also it's already available on my meetup part, but let me share it again with you, just a minute. Gonna copy and paste the link within the chat. Okay. Okay, then so let me try now to open the environment and show you how it will look like. And also, if you would like to create your environment, I will share with you one video will help you to how to build your environment, and you can use it for 30 days for free, and later on you need to get a specific license and so on. I'm going to share also the video with you, and I will share it here or within the meetup chat. So let us go back. I hope it will work. Okay, so let me give you a brief about the environment before we open the live demo and show you through the site. As I mentioned, why do we need to use the environment, and what's the idea behind having the environments? Actually, while we are doing a live demo, you will be able to see like you can store your data by using Dataverse. You can manage it. You can share it within your organization, or you can share it with anyone within your environment. And actually, each environment is created under a Microsoft Azure Active Directory. And also, you can provide an access to anyone within your environment. And also, you can create more than one environment to manage solution development and data storage by setting up like one environment for development and another one for testing and maybe another one for production to use. And this is the brief about environments, but while we are doing a lot of live demo for the upcoming session, you will be able to understand more and more about it and how we can use it, what kind of things that we can do with the environments, and how we can share based on the tools that we are using within the environment. So As I mentioned that in Microsoft Dataverse, actually, you can define business rules and also will help you and allow you to apply and maintain business logic at the data layer of the app layer, actually, if you are using a Power Apps. But more simply, actually, if you create a business rules in Microsoft Dataverse, they can affect and it will help you to interact with the data. And let me show you one example here. For example, here we have a specific condition and we are checking if the credit limit is over like 1K or whatever you want to add. You can put a specific rules to your or rule to your application or to your data verse that you have it, and we will cover it on the upcoming session on how we can build it or how we can add it. It's really a cool topic actually, and it will be a new for me because, as I mentioned, I'm learning now how we can use it because I heard a lot about Dataverse and a lot of people within the community they start to use it. So it's the time now to learn the new things and to start to share what we learned. So how to build all this stuff, don't worry, we will cover it on the upcoming session. And here, actually, if you look at it, you can add a components, you can add a name for your rules that you build it for business rule that you added to your Dataverse. Let us see what we have also for today. As I mentioned, within the environment or Microsoft Power platform, if you have a specific environment, you will be able to see Admin Center. And within the Admin Center, actually, you will be able to do a lot of setup to check the administration setting, and you can look at, for example, if you have when we open that, let me try to open it and I'm going to show you that we have a different things. We have environments, we have a data policies, we have a data integration, so a lot of things. I'm not sure if you have already environment, and if you don't have, so I will share with you the link that how you can build your environment or how you can get your environment. Just a minute. Let me try now to open it. If not, so I think if I'm not able to open it now from this PC, I will try. Let me check now. So team, if you have any question, feel free to ask me now, or you can type it on the chat while I'm trying to open the environment and show you how you can access Admin Center if you have one. So do you have any questions so far? Yeah, for the link. Oh, sorry. Let me copy the link and add it here. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. Let me share the link. You mean for this one? Okay, let me copy it and share it with you. And make sure to go through the documents because you need to review what we learned today, because for the upcoming session, as I mentioned, we will build our first table by using a Dataverse, and we will later on build our first application by using a Dataverse. So a lot of things that we will do it by using Dataverse. So do you have any question, team? I know it's a new topic, but we will enjoy it while we are building our first application by using a Dataverse. So let me try again to open the environment from my PC here. Hopefully it will work. And there is another link that I would like to share it with you. Just a minute. Okay, let me try now to open the link. Hopefully it's working. Just a minute. Okay, so here we go. Let me check if I'm able to see the admin. Okay, let me open Power Apps and I'm gonna show you something here. So if I would like to see like a specific for the admin center or the setting for my Dataverses. So let me log in again from here, just a minute. Anyway, if it's not working, if the environment not working for me here, what you can open the link that I shared with you, and from there, let me, here we go. What I want from your side to follow this example from Microsoft. Learn that the link I shared with you up administrator link, and from there follow this step, like go to the Power Apps and sign in, and from there you will be able to see admin center under Power Apps. From there, actually, if you look at the left part here, you will be able to see the options for the environment, like you can see the analytics, you can see the resources if you need a help. So if you have an environment already, you will be able to see the admin center for your Power Apps. So go through this example, try to check. If you don't have an environment, I will share with you the link that you will be able to build your first, or to get your first environment, and you can use it. Actually, I use this step within the hackathons, because if you want to work as a team, you need to have an environment to share your application, to share whatever you build between your colleagues. So I'm going to check the link about the video that how we can build your environment, and I'm going to share it with you shortly. So thank you so much. I know today we did not did a lot of live demo, because on the upcoming session, let me show you the topic that we will cover it for the upcoming session. And if you are interested to learn a new topic, feel free to join us. Let me open it now. For the upcoming session, we will have, let me show you now. We will talk more about create tables in Dataverse. So, which is the live demo, we will create the tables together. We will import the data into a Dataverse database. So it will be interesting topic, and we will do a lot of live demos together. And if you want to see what kind of topics that we will cover it, check on the link that I have it on the meetup. There's a lot of things, the documents, the step that we will follow. So thank you so much for attending the session today. And if you have any question, feel free to reach me out at any time. I'm going to post my social media link here, and feel free to reach me out at any time. Thank you, team. Do you have any question? Okay, then. So don't forget to register for the upcoming sessions. For the next week, we will have two sessions, one for Power Apps, one for Value Proposition, which is the last chapter for the book. And for the next month, actually, I will try my best to do like 8 sessions for different topics. It will be like, I think, two types of topics, like one for Power Apps, and the second topic will focus on Power Apps with Power Automate. So I will try my best to cover different tools from Power Platform, and how we can integrate all the tools together, and it will be fun. So thank you so much, and the session will be posted on my YouTube channel if you want to review it or go through it. Thank you, team. Have a nice day.